Hello, this is Abdul Fatah Munir. In this session of our training, we want to look into how to reclassify those transactions we imported while importing bank statements into QuickBooks Desktop in our previous video. So if you want to see that, you can check the link below to have access to that. Okay, so now we have them in our. So the first thing we need to do, can go to list chart of account. We want to actually, we have this premium trust bank. Once you double click on that, so you open a register for us. So want to actually reclassify these transactions out of expense import and income import. The reason why we do this is to make sure we have a report that we should, so that we can quickly import the large bank statements, the large transaction we have in a bank statement. So next, you go to accountant, go to client data review, you go to reclassify transaction. Okay, from here now, we can select those date range. Let it make sure it is within the date range, or else these transactions will not appear. Okay, so make sure you have it within. So this is January to December, just like we have it in Excel here. It's also correct. You see we have it 2023 for April. That is just when we have transaction for April. So make sure you select the date range, the correct date range, or else it will not appear here in QuickBooks. So I'm going to go ahead and select expense. Let me start with expense. So once I click on expense, you see we have these list of transactions that are in expense import. So now we've done those, so we want to take this to insurance. You see, we want to take this to electricity. So if I will select this now, I will want to select that. So we're going to check for insurance. So now I've selected the insurance. I want to reclassify it from expense import to insurance expenses. So I'm going to select, once you make sure you select this. Okay, so once you've selected this, we're going to select the account we want to take it to. So let's search for insurance if we have. If we don't have, we have insurance expense. Okay, so I'll select that. So once I click reclassify, it will go out to insurance. So I have electricity and water bill. If I'm making use of utility to identify the boat, I'll select the boat this way and select utility. But if I'm making use of electricity and water utility to actually track my expense based on electricity and water bill, so I'll select them individually and classify them individually. So now we have a car loan payment here, so definitely we should have a loan account. Now we have to select that first of all, then we select a loan account, and definitely a loan account is going to be a liability. So from the looks of things, we don't have loan, so I'm going to go ahead and create a non and other current liability if it is within a year, but long-term liability if it is more than 1 year, 2 year. So I'm going to have it as, maybe I have different kind of loan. I might say car loan. Okay, I will say car loan, or I'll just use one single loan to track this transaction. I'm going to go ahead and create that. Then I'm going to select reclassify. So this way you've classified those transactions based on that. So look at this Morrison petrol. Let's see if we have fuel, diesel or something. Diesel. Okay, so here we can also create one. So let's see we don't have it. Then we'll go to add new and call that fuel. Okay, or slash diesel. So I'm going to go ahead and reclassify that. Okay, so now with this, we see that we have been able to, now you see this advertising studio. Okay, so you can also select that and reclassify to advert if we have. I think we have already. Now you select reclassify. Now let's do same. You can see now we have those expense head listed here as we are creating them. Let's do same. So make sure you classify everything out of this expense import so that you don't have any uncategorized expenses in QuickBooks. Okay, so we'll go to import income imports, right? So I'm not seeing import. Okay, let me go to profit and loss. Yeah, see, it was showing me expense account. I want to see profit and loss where I will see my income, so I'll select income import. Okay, so now you see that loan that we received the other time, so I might just click it and take it to car loan because that is where it's supposed to be. Now you see there is a net off from this transaction, so that is out. Interest paid, I think it's supposed to be interest received. Okay, interest income received, that's when it can also go to this place. Okay, so now you account transfer in, account transfer out, so maybe it's between two accounts. So let's say it's between Zenith Bank and that bank. So I'm going to select this and reclassify, so it goes to Zenith Bank. Okay, that is, it comes from Zenith Bank. So now let's now check our report and see how it now looks. Now I'm going to select that again. I'll use all. You see now we have additional expense item, advertising, fuel, insurance, stationery, utility. Now the both income we selected were for loan. I think one is for loan. Then let me select one that will take us to income statement. So let me say this one is for revenue. So I'm going to select that. Let me say income. No, let me use sales. Okay, I will select sales and classify it there. That is 10,000. So now if I go to my profit and loss, once I refresh that, you see we have additional sales. We have a sales of 10,000. So now with this, we've been able to reclassify those transactions, those bulk transactions we imported through QuickBooks enter batch transaction, so that we can have those transactions entered within seconds, within minutes, which will not take much of our time. So now, if you have any question, please drop down in the comment section. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, give me a thumbs up, so turn on your notifications so that you get notified whenever I make such interesting video. So with this, before we go to the end, I want to I forgot to show you let's go to list chart of account. So let's see from the bank car loan. So I can search for the account here. Let me see car search car loan, or double click on that. Now you see there are two transactions. There is an inflow of 20,000 and an outflow of 35, giving a balance of 16,500. So this is correct. Okay, this is correct. Now if we go to Zenith Bank, let's go back to the account. Let's go to Zenith Bank. Let me reset that. So go to bank, Zenith Bank. I'll go double click on Zenith Bank. Now we see there is a withdrawal of that amount that came from premium. I forget to see the amount. Let me see if we have deposit account transfer. That's 500,000. Okay, good. Now you see we have it here, 500,000 payment. Remember, it was deposit for premium trust bank, so definitely it's going to be a withdrawal for Zenith Bank that we selected while reclassifying the transaction. Okay, that ends this session of the training. See you guys in the next class. Have a wonderful day. Bye.